27 years old, a record of 25-2 with 2 draws. That, according to Ring Magazine. Gregory out of Columbus, Ohio, where he lives and trains and where he coaches in the city's youth boxing program. Fighters being introduced in a moment. Referee Arthur Mercanti, introduced by ring announcer Mark Biro. The 2 losses suffered by Gregory by decision in the title fight in Denmark against Ayub Kalule. And according to Ring Magazine, the junior middleweight champion, Sugar Ray Leonard, followed by Wilfred Benitez. Kalule ranked 2nd, followed by Tony Ayala. Gregory losing to Kalule back in December of '79. He broke his hand in the first round and then fought one-handed for 14 rounds. And then was stopped by Charlie Weir in South Africa. The introduction of El Torito, the baby bull. There he is, Tony Ayala, who has not lost a fight since the age of 8. Manager Lou Duva says that Tony did lose a fight when he was 5 years old, and he says they're still looking for the guy who beat Ayala. They want to set up a rematch.
I'd like to set up a rematch between him and the guy that mugged James Green.
Under the rules of the Tampa Boxing Commission, scoring on the 10-point must system. The scoring handled by 3 judges. The referee does not have a vote. Mandatory 8 count will be in effect, as is the 3 knockdown rule, and the boxer may be saved by the bell. Round 1, and we're scheduled for 10. Tony Ayala, who has shown on many occasions that awesome power highlighted by a powerful left hook, always looks to be fighting in a rage, which has prompted comparisons to the style of Roberto Duran. Tony always looks to be mad in the ring.
Well, he's mad today because there's a little question of the weight. They made him weigh in twice, and he's lost a lot of the baby fat. He's starting to look like a defined features of a heavy punching fighter. He still has a little bit of baby fat around his middle, as you can see. Heavy puncher, determined. Determination is his keynote. He just keeps coming right in. Gregory's a fine fighter. He's been coached by Angelo Dundee to move around, build up these early rounds if he can, while they're waiting for Ayala to warm up. Ayala, as you can see, is just measuring his fighter, looking for that moment when he can unleash that devastating left hook that he's got.
And we're a minute gone by in round 1. Dundee feels that Gregory can adjust to different styles, can fight on the move or stationary, and can take a punch. That has never been questioned.
He has never been down. The only time he lost because of a freak punch to his Adam's apple. That is not only painful but very dangerous. If there's a demon in that area, you could actually choke to death.
That was thrown by Charlie Weir in the bout in South Africa. Gregory unable to continue after taking that blow.
Right now, Gregory is doing all the fighting.
Ayala with a combination, and Mercanti. A little punch thrown by Ayala on the break, and he's warned by Mercanti. A light left hand. Oh, and a hard left hand unleashed by Ayala. And the right.
That's his left hook that's devastating. He just unleashed it. Gregory standing still a lot more than he said he was. Not enough credit is given Ayala. He doesn't usually opponents don't last that long for his defensive skills. But when he throws a punch, he always covers up. He's well taught by his father, who has certainly had enough experience. His entire family are fighters, and he's got one incubating away at 15 years of age named Paulie, who's supposed to be sensational.
This is scheduled for 10, and we are final seconds. Round 1 in Tampa, Florida. And this is round 2. Tony Ayala going against Steve Gregory. Earlier we saw the work of Lou Duva. Now let's go to the corner and listen in on Angelo Dundee into the corner of Steve Gregory.
Throw your jab and the guy bends, hit him with an uppercut. You know what I mean? When you jab and you fall in, the guy drops. You know what I mean? Come up with an uppercut. Come back with a nice hook.
Advice from Angelo Dundee, but Ayala able to tee off here on Gregory in the opening minute of the second round.
He's not taking Angelo's advice. He's not punching sharp and crisp and moving away. If he stands on the ropes, that's Ayala territory.
Powerful combinations landed by Ayala to the head of Steve Gregory.
And already Gregory's face is all red. He cannot hope to stand on the ropes with Tony Ayala.
In the corner of Ayala, Lou Duba saying, go to the body.
Nice overhead shot showing those crisp punches Angelo was talking about. That's what he's got to do, crisp punches and move away. But these crisp punches and standing still, that's bad.
Combination by Gregory really did not have much damage. Tony Ayala fighting for the first time in 7 months. And looking very sharp in this opening round. Devastating combinations being thrown by Ayala.
Ayala wants the world championship, and he wants it now. He wants it this summer. He wants it anytime he can get it.
Gregory taking a beating here in the second round. Ayala continues to land everything he's throwing. Another right hand, the left hook by Ayala.
He cannot keep taking that kind of punishment. He's got to move around. And even though he's a clever puncher, a boxer puncher that knows how to move and punch, still, Ayala neutralizes that by cutting him off and pounding on the ropes. It's a question of power. Overpowering steam of Tony Ayala's punches.
Come on, right back. Come on, stick your jab out there.
That's a terrible feeling to miss and be that naked when you've got a guy standing in front of you that can punch like Tony Ayala.
Ayala painting away at Gregory in the second round. A left hook and again by Ayala. Right hand by Gregory, the counter by Ayala. We go final second round. An awesome performance here in the second round by Tony Ayala. In Tampa, Florida, Marv Albert and the fight doctor Ferdy Pacheco. Steve Gregory taking a pounding from Tony Ayala in round 2. Angelo Dundee upset, and understandably so, off the late blow thrown after the bell by Ayala, who's just been warned again by the referee, Arthur Mercani.
Spit it out. I hit you with a Sunday.
Listen to Angelo.
I don't want you reaching for the guy. Stop reaching. And stop laying on the ropes. You get on the ropes, slide on the guy.
See, that's Angelo's fight. Angelo doesn't like to see a fighter stand on the ropes, and you sure shouldn't against a guy like Ayala. Good right hand by Gregory. That's what Angelo wants, movement, punching and movement. He shouldn't stay there now, move away. Angelo just uses everything to his advantage. His fighter just got hammered, yet when he came back, he took that and turned it around, and he said, that's the hardest you're going to get hit, so you're not going to get hit any harder than that, and you took it, so let's go from there.
Left hand by Ayala, who was landing the left hook continuously in round 2. Right hand that sent Gregory reeling, but he's able to hang on.
Twice Gregory threw his perfect right hand. Twice he got hit by the same kind of counter from Ayala. You're not going to stand there too much longer with that kind of punishment.
We approach the midway mark. Round 3. Among those, Gregory has beaten one-time junior middleweight champion Elijah Obed, Pat Hallisey, who was stopped by Tony Ayala in a bout in San Remo, Italy.
Now there's something you don't see very often. Ayala on the ropes and Gregory pounding.
And Ayala able to effectively double up on the left and then goes to the body. And Gregory ready to go.
He can't get up. He cannot continue.
And Arthur Mercani waves it off. It is all over. Tony Ayala Gregory in round 3.
Okay, you got it, baby. All right. Come over here, baby. Come on, terrific. All right. Okay, baby. All right.
Congratulations for Tony Ayala. Many consider Tony the finest young prospect in the world. El Torito, the baby bull, and about scheduled for 10, goes to the 3rd as Ayala continues his unbeaten string. He is now 19-0, 17 by knockout. Ayala has only been extended to the distance twice in his career and had no difficulty in solving the style of Steve Gregory, who did not provide the kind of movement that Angelo Dundee was looking for. Steve Gregory now 25-3 with 2 draws as we get another look. The right hand by Ayala. Oh, the left hook that put Gregory to the canvas. Arthur Mercati checking it out, and no question about it. That was it for the 27-year-old out of Columbus, Ohio, Steve Gregory. There's the left hand from another angle, and Gregory first looking to hold on, goes down off the second left hook. Let's go to the ring for the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 2 minutes, 2 seconds of the 3rd round. The winner by technical knockout and still undefeated, Tony El Torito Ayala.
You used
2 left hooks and a right uppercut. I'd like to say hi to all my people in San Antonio. I did it all for y'all.
Hope they saw the fight.
Lou, those 2 counters were devastating. When he missed and Ayala countered, was that planned?
Yes, Tony Sr. knew that he would be out there, coming out there, bombing with right hands, and all he did was have him move over on the side, understand, and counter with left hooks. He did a beautiful job training for this fight.
Is it true you got Paulie ready to be as good as Tony?
Paulie is ready to be as good as Tony, but all in his right time. Right now, we're concentrating on El Torito. And the one thing that I'm very proud of him, you know, that he's beginning to box real good, and he did real great.
All right, one. I know what's on your mind. I want you to hear you say it. Where we go with Tony from here?
Tony,
World Championship. I want to fight Davey Moore for the world title.
Let me say something. Davey Moore, if you're out there, understand? Get ready to sign the contract. We're coming after you until we get you. We're going to win the world title and bring it back to the USA.
All right, and with that impassioned challenge to Davey Moore, I send it back to Marv.